Okay, it's a very good afternoon to our viewers and listeners. I'm Salim ONYANGO from GMTV 42, and this fine afternoon I'm going to conduct an interview with the Honorable ADEDE. Maybe to start, let me give him a chance to introduce himself to you.
Okay, thanks so much, Salim Onyango from GM42 TV. I'm very glad that you called me for this interview. I'm Joseph ADEDE, a young man who is a resident here in Kaloleni Shaurimoyo ward, and I'm very optimistic about the future. Thanks so much.
Okay, thank you, Honorable ADEDE. Okay, maybe to start, I'm going to ask you some questions. Yeah, first, what is your current position, maybe politically, you are holding?
Okay, thanks so much, Salim. Okay, currently I'm aspiring to be the MCA of Kaloleni Shaurimoyo ward in the year 2022. Already things are already rolled on the ground. The residents know me, the people know me. We are with each other every day, doing many activities here and there, and I'm very optimistic that I'm going to win this election because the people want me to be there.
And you are sure of it that you are going to win this election?
Actually, the people have assured me that they are going to elect me because they believe in my capabilities, they believe in my ideologies, and they believe in my plan for a better Kaloleni Shaurimoyo ward when it comes to 2022.
Okay, thank you, sir. And why do you think that these people, they have just chosen you, or why just you but no other person? What have you done to these people that has made them to choose you, and that has made them to put much confidence in you that you are sure about the winning of the Kaloleni ward in Kisumu County?
Okay, thanks so much, Salim. That is a very good question. So you see, the people on the ground know what they want. They really understand their challenges, they really understand their problem. So these people want a leader who is focused. They want somebody who can help them solve their problem and their daily challenges. So of all the many aspirants who are already outside there, people who already want this seat, they have put them on a weighing scale. And after putting them on a weighing scale, then they've told me and given me the assurance that it is only my plan and my strategy that is going to move this Kaloleni Shaurimoyo ward into a better future. So these people have checked at my plans, they've looked at my personality, they have been with me, I've been with them. They want somebody who can stand for them, and they have put me to a test, and other candidates also to the test. And after all those processes, then it has emerged strongly that I am the person who is best suited to move this ward forward. And that is the assurance on the ground. That is what people are saying. That is the message. And I'm very optimistic that we are just waiting for the swearing in come 2022 August. I shall emerge the winner.
Okay, talking about moving Kaloleni from where it is to somewhere else, what do you really mean by saying that you are going to make it a better place compared to the current situation? Like what don't they have, or what are they lacking, or what do they have but it is in a very minimal way, such that if they elect you, if they choose you, you are going to put it into a better place the way you are speaking?
A very good question, Mr. Salim. So what is happening is we want a good representation on the ground. You see, the person, a leader in the capacity of in the ward leader, that is the MCA, member of the county assembly, should be representing his ward, first of all, in the assembly, then on the ground. So in the assembly, I will be passing in proper legislation. I'll be pushing and advocating and passing in proper legislation that can benefit the wider people on my ward. And most importantly, apart from that, I understand the challenges these people are facing. In my ward, there are a lot of business community. Remember, my ward hosts the second biggest, largest open-air market in Kenya, which is called Kibuya Market, which is within my ward. And as far as you can, and that Kibuya Market hosts more than 30,000 traders, and these people have been affected. You see, so I understand their plight. And apart from that, there are very many other activities happening in my ward. You see, my ward is a semi-urban. It is in the urban center, but it's also touching other areas which are also peri-urban. So I understand the ward the way it is. So what I mean by moving it forward means like this. Number one, I will look at the plight of the traders. Remember, currently we are in the process, the county government in the partnership with the national government is the process of improving our markets. So we want transparency, we want this thing to move in very fast. Remember, these people have just been demolished, but we want things to be moving very fast. I'll pushing and advocating the traders in the Kibuye market, the construction should be done immediately, so that these people don't waste a lot of time meandering about. Most of them don't have places where they can sell their stuff. So I will push for that market to be upgraded very fast, and I will push for those people who used to trade there to be the first beneficiaries of the upgraded market. I don't want cartels to go there and interfere with the trading patterns and maybe take all the stalls there. Remember, the cartels must be dealt with, or else they can take charge of everything. That is in Kibuye market. So the traders, I understand their plight, I understand their challenges, and I will stand with them. Apart from that, remember, there are also residential areas within my ward. And unfortunately, my ward also hosts one of the slums in Kisumu called Kaloleni. And as you know, in any slum setup, there are a lot of challenges. Challenges when it comes to health, when it comes to education, when it comes to youth employment, when it comes to drug and substance abuse. So I will be tackling all these challenges one by one, because I understand. So residential estates like Kaloleni area within my ward, we have the Nubian, and the other estates like the Arena estate, the Shaurimoyo estate, all of them. The youths understand their problem within all these estates. So far, I am in partnership with these youths. Already we are setting up youth groups. So these youth groups, we want to empower them at a group level.
Okay, sir, maybe to cut you.
Okay.
Talking of the empowering of youth, are there a number of youths you've empowered with your position right now? I understand you've not yet been elected to be in a political position, but you are in a certain position whereby you can at least give a hand to help 1 out of 30 youths within your area.
Okay.
How many youths so far have you empowered, maybe economically or business-wise?
That is a very good question, Mr. Salim. So when I tell you that people want me to be their leader, I'm not just speaking out of the blues. They want me to be their leader based on my track record. Currently, as I'm speaking, I've empowered close to 1,000 youths within my wards on different capacities. To start, let me mention the talent building. Already within my ward, I have 2 strong and active football teams, the Kaloleni football team and the Nubian football team. These teams are made of very capable and talented boys. So I've supported these people in the sense that I am their patron. I took the patronage of those clubs. So that I give the way. I'm organizing for them tournaments so that they gain exposure. I'm organizing for them the training kits, the balls, the uniforms. So already they are well set, and currently they are doing a lot of friendlies with other teams elsewhere, giving them exposure. And some of our few players have already been signed in other serious football clubs. So we are giving these boys hope. We are giving them hopes for a better future. Okay. So that is when it comes to sports. I'm already with them. Apart from that, still on talent building, I have a number of youths within my ward who are talented in creative arts, things like singing and dancing. Already, I'm in the process of establishing for them a recording studio, whereby these youth will be singing and recording their content, uploading in YouTube, and organizing for performances. So already, people who have talent within my ward are already catered for. These people are going far, and I'm supporting them, and I'm their patron, and they are very happy. Everybody is happy, and we are moving forward as a nation.
Okay, so that's so good of you, sir. Talking about the renovation of the city, as you have said that your ward,
Yes.
it's hosting one of the second largest open air market in Kenya.
Yes.
That is Kibuen. And currently, many people have lost their jobs due to this renovation of the city. According to the slogan Teach Tire by His Excellency Governor Nyong'o, yeah, we have seen many people have lost their residential places, plus they have lost their business places. What is your take according to this, the slogan Teach Tire and the renovation of the city? Is it really good for the governor to do this to our city? What is your take?
Okay. First of all, as a youth and as somebody who wants better for this country, I must admit that I support any improvement of any form. So when the governor, Professor Nyong, through his teacher program, want to do modern housing in Kisumu, I support. The only thing I may have a small issue with is maybe the process by which it is done. But I fully support the modernization of our estate, the modernization which began in Anderson, going to Makasembo, and in the future will go to Shaurimoyo. All those areas are within my ward. You see, when those houses are modernized, modern housing, it will accommodate more people and they will live in a more decent environment. So I support that. The only thing I will wish the professor would have done through with this team is to do it in a humane manner, with a human face, so that when these people are relocated, proper compensation and relocation plan is done. And apart from that, these structures are completed very fast, so that the people who have been relocated don't suffer so much. So how I wish, and if I'm the MC of this ward, I will really push for this project to be completed very fast so that my people don't suffer. But I fully support the modernization going around. It is good for the city, and Kisumu will be a very modern city in East and Central Africa, and we'll be very happy about it.
Wow, that's so good. Okay, so allow me to ask you another question.
Yes.
Slightly far from politics, but it's about the current affair, that is the COVID-19.
Yes.
Okay, we've seen that very many people lost their jobs during the pandemic of COVID-19, and of course it's up to date. And by people losing their jobs, we find that they are the elderly who are staying within your ward, and these people are suffering. Yeah, because the young people they depended on lost their jobs during the pandemic, and currently at the same time, due to the renovation, some of them are even losing their residential sites or wherever places they were staying. Is there anything within your capability for now, even before the people of Kaloleni elect you to be their leader? Is there anything that you can do in order to improve the living standards of these elderly and these people who are jobless? Yeah, just for now, before the people of Kaloleni elects you to be their leader.
Okay.
Yeah.
So thanks so much. You see, Corona is a global pandemic, and it has hit even the first world countries. And we as a third world country, we have suffered a lot. So, and I also fully understand that the elderly and the youths have really suffered because it has interfered with the jobs and the business. So in my capacity as a youthful aspirant, I always give hope. First of all, I give hope to these people and tell them that there's a problem which is being dealt with. Currently, there is big pharmaceutical companies have already developed, are in the process of developing, and some have already developed the vaccine,
Yeah,
and it's on the way. It's on the way, and very soon we'll get it. So there's that glimpse of hope. So what I'm trying to tell my people and giving them encouragement is that they should not lose hope in the business they've been doing. They should not lose hope. Very soon, when vaccine shall have been rolled out and this disease shall have been managed, jobs will come back again, business will continue to flourish. So there is that element of hope I'm giving people. And apart from that, in my little capacity as a youthful person, I have also stood with my people. When this corona issue began, I and my team, we distributed a lot of masks. within this ward, and I believe that one helped a lot of people. You see, within my ward, there are very little incidences of corona cases, and I believe due to our efforts of distributing mass education, educating the masses about the sanitation and so forth. So so far so good when it comes to corona, and I believe very soon we shall manage it and everything will be fine.
Okay, thank you so much about the corona thing. Okay, something again I wanted to ask about this, the vaccination.
Yes.
Or the vaccine is in the way, and I think, okay, I know it's already in the nation, in the country.
Yes.
Okay, whom do you think should get this vaccine first in order in order to make the citizens know that this thing is right? Whom do you think should get the vaccine first, according to you? Is it the leaders, or they should just vaccinate the citizens?
Okay, I think the first people who should get this vaccine first are the people at risk. Yeah. You see, like when we talk about our healthcare workers, the doctors and the nurses, these people are exposed to corona patients like almost on a daily basis, because when you are sick, that is the place you run to.
Yeah.
So I don't believe the leaders should get it first, but I believe people should get it based on their exposure to risk, to the corona risk. So the healthcare patients, the healthcare workers should be on the forefront of getting this thing fast. Then maybe moving forward from there, we deal with also the people who are exposed to more people on daily basis, like the teachers, the students, the police. You see, in that order. So I don't believe the leaders. You see, when the leaders get it fast, then it looks somehow selfish, like they want to protect themselves first at the expense of the citizen. I don't believe in such leadership. I believe protecting where it hurt most first, then moving forward in that direction. Then after that, we go to the elderly, maybe the children, like that, until everybody is vaccinated. Then we will be good as a nation.
Okay, thank you for that positive response.
Yes.
Or maybe one last question under the COVID-19, then we move on.
Okay.
Okay, initially we had some scandals with the KEMSA,
Okay.
and now the vaccine is now out again.
Yes.
It's under the COVID-19 pandemic. Do you really think the scandals we had about the KEMSA and the COVID-19, it can not be linked to the vaccine which is already in the country? Or what is your take about the vaccine? Are you sure that it is going to go in the right line, the way it should be? Or maybe later on, the citizens will again hear things about the vaccine in the nation, just as the KEMSA scandal with the COVID-19 mask and all those things which were given by Jack Ma from China.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that's a very good question. I think it was very unfortunate that such a scandal of that magnitude could happen in our beloved country. That was very bad. You see, leaders, I believe we should not be taking advantage of everything. Like you see, this is a healthcare issue. I believe leaders will be in the forefront of pushing for transparency and accountability. And when it comes to things touching on health, then even if you are corrupt, then that is a very big shame of anybody to even take money, corrupt your way through the healthcare system. So that is very bad, and I condemn it in the strongest term possible. So moving forward, I think the KEMSA issue gave us a good picture of the way we should move forward. I think the national government, through the instruments of power it has, should seal all these loopholes and put the public confidence in the people. You see, when the public confidence is eroded, then even the people will not believe in this vaccine. So I think the government so far is really trying, and I believe the president has a goodwill for the country, and I believe he's going to do a good job when it comes to this vaccination process. So I just believe that the corruption process and the things related to that can be managed by proper accountability system, fighting corruption system, and everything will be fine. So everything should just be managed through the rule of law, and the way it should be.
Okay, thank you for that positive response about the COVID-19 vaccine. Maybe moving forward, the current situation in the nation, that is the Building Bridges initiative. Yeah. what is your take about BBI? Are you in for it or you are against it? And if at all you are in for it, why support it?
Okay.
Yeah.
So that is a very good question. That is a very good question. And in fact, I really love that question. So first and foremost, let me put it clear. I support BBI. I've read the document. I know what it entails, and I believe this is a very wonderful document for this country. And if there's anybody opposing it, maybe he or she is just opposing it because he has not really read and understood the content of the document. You see, when we say we want to build bridges, it means we are correcting on the wrongs which are already happened. You see, when we passed the 2010 Constitution, it was not 100% perfect. So we said, let us just pass it, but with the time we'll make amendment. So the BBI is not a constitutional overhaul. We are just making improvement of the previous constitution. After testing this constitution for the past 10 years, now it is now time we can now look backwards and say, where can we improve? And I believe in any system, be it economical system or manufacturing system or any other system, there's always room for improvement. So BBI has given us an opportunity, a very big opportunity to improve on our constitution. And if you look at the content of the BBI, I've read it in detail and I even consulted my lawyers. And that document is an opportunity of a lifetime for this country. It is an opportunity we cannot miss. So what I can say is let us support BBI because the main component of BBI is bringing more power and resources to the people. Remember, the 2010 Constitution only guaranteed a minimum of 15% resources back to the people. But here we are almost getting almost 3 times, 35%. That is more than 2.5 times improvement. And remember, there can never be development without resources. No matter how good your plan is as a leader, you need resources to implement these things. So BBI has given us the number one biggest opportunity of getting more resources from the national government. Remember, currently we are talking of NASA strike, salary delays, and a lack of project implementation. And all of these things touches on the funds, the money. The money is not adequate. Now BBI is going to bring more resources to the people. And apart from that, when we talk of currently I'm vying for MC, as I've told you earlier. And remember, in the year 2017, more than 90% of MCAs did not make it back to the county assembly. Yes. And yet, a very good number of MPs made it back to the National Assembly. Do you know why? Because the MPs have a fund they are managing called the CDF. So it is if an MP had a proper mandate, it is very good. It is very easy for such an MP to sit with these people and draw a framework and implementation plan and roll out this project. Now, when we come to MCS, you give them an office with no money. All of them are at the mercy of the governor. You see, an MCA has to go and beg the governor for money and resources to come and implement projects. So if you are not in the good terms with the governor, then you may end up not doing anything. You are just getting salaries. But now, time has come where BBI has guaranteed resources to the grassroots, which is the ward level. Remember, the ward is the lowest level of governance guaranteed in the Constitution. And in the spirit of the new constitution we passed in 2010, we wanted devolution to go back to the people in the grassroots. So it is very necessary for wards to have funds which they can manage, so that as an MCA, with my framework and roadmap and implementation plan, I can push for very many projects which can help my people. So those are few among the many reasons why I support BBI. If I start counting them, I may count till the next day. Because I've read this document and it's very superb. I really understand
it.
Yes.
Okay, to you, our viewers, you heard from Honorable ADEDE that he is supporting BBI. Exactly. And is asking each and every person who is going to view this video, who is going to watch this video, to also support BBI. You can support it if you read the document and you know whatever you are going to support. Okay, back to you, Honorable ADEDE. Okay, we've seen the Right Honorable Raila Amolo Odinga, according to some people like Miguna, he has been saying that Raila has been used by other politicians in order to gain their positions. Currently Raila is working with the president, the sitting president Uhuru Kenyatta, and some politicians and other special interests are saying that Raila is being used by the president just to cross the bridge according to the building bridges. What do you say about the current affair or the current situation about Honorable Prime Minister Raila Odinga and President Uhuru Kenyatta?
Okay, that's a very good question. You see, from political perspective, I'm somebody who understands politics very well, and I have a lot of respect to the former Prime Minister, Right Honorable Raila Amolo Odinga, and I also have a lot of respect to President Uhuru Kenyatta. You see, first of all, we must first appreciate that by these people shaking hands that time, it brought about stability in this country. Remember, we were just shortly after very hotly contested elections, and very many people were dissatisfied with the result. Yeah. There was a lot of economic instability, political instability, threats, dangers everywhere. But when these people shook hands, first of all, there was stability. And remember, there's no country that can move forward without political stability. We need political stability for everything to run. So, first of all, I congratulate Honorable Raila Amolo Odinga and His Excellency, the President of the Republic of Kenya, Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta, for putting their interests aside and putting nation forward by agreeing to work together, because it brought about stability and everything. So, people talking about Raila Odinga being used, I don't believe that. I believe Raila Odinga, in his capacity as a former Prime Minister and his capacity as a leading politician in Kenya, he has done more for this country than probably any other politician alive. So, currently we are talking about BBI. Yeah. BBI is an improvement of the 2010 Constitution. And as you know, all of us know very well, it was Raila Amolo Odinga who pushed for this Constitution. You see, some of these people who are even opposing the BBI are already, some of them are even governors, some of them are senators. Remember, these were the opposition which were not even there in the old Constitution. So there are people enjoying the benefits, the fruits Raila Odinga fought for. So I believe Raila Odinga is for the good of this country. When we pass this BBI thing, BBI constitutional thing, remember, it is Raila Odinga who is in the forefront pushing for this thing. It will be benefiting us and the future generation when devolution and more resources are brought back to the grassroots. Even the people who are opposing the BBI will be benefiting. Remember, there are some few MCAs who voted against passing the BBI. Yeah. These are some of the MCAs who will be sitting with their team managing funds at the local level, which is courtesy of the BBI. So I believe Raila Odinga means good for this nation. When they decide to shook hands and come up with this building bridges initiative thing, it was good for this nation. And as you can remember, even the World Building Bridges Initiative thing, it came from the slogan Raila Odinga had. Raila Odinga had the slogan of taking his people from Egypt to Canaan. And he said that when we reached the Jordan River, there was a lot of crocodiles, so we could not cross. Yeah. So we had to build a bridge, and the bill we are bridging is through this constitution. So let us finish building this constitution so that we can now cross to Canaan. And when we reach there, you know Canaan is a land of milk and honey, so we will enjoy. So let us support Raila Odinga and His Excellency President Uhuru Kenyatta. I believe they mean for this country, and they are very wonderful leaders indeed.
And what do you say about the hustler narrative or the hustler side of the nation?
Okay, thanks so much. A very good question. In fact, I was really waiting for you to ask me that. Personally, I don't subscribe to the hustler nation or the hustler narrative thing. I really don't subscribe to that. Because of this, even the people pushing for the hustler narrative themselves, they are not hustlers. I think if these people are really hustlers, then they should lead by example. I cannot come and lie to my people that I'm a hustler, then I'm landing here with a chopper, then I come and give you wheelbarrow. If I'm a real hustler, then I should give you my chopper, then take your wheelbarrow. You see, the other way forward, so that I move with the spirit of the hustler nation. So, number one, the people advocating for hustler narrative thing and the dynasty thing are not hustler. Remember when I mentioned his name, senior politician Dr. William Samoei Ruto, who is advocating for the hustler thing. Even if we look back in his history, this person is no longer hustler. This person had been standing with the side of dynasty. In 1992, William Samoei Ruto supported Moi. In 1997, William Samoei Ruto supported Moi, a dynasty. In 2002, William Samoei Ruto supported Uhuru Kenyatta, who was a dynasty. In 2007, he supported Raila Odinga. In 2013, he supported Uhuru, who is a dynasty. In 2017, he supported Uhuru, who is a dynasty. Now, he's coming telling us that the dynasties are bad for us, then the hustle is good. That is an ideology I cannot buy any minute. I cannot buy with any cent. So, I believe that dynasty and hustler narrative thing is a scam that should be rejected at all cost. Let us stick with the BBI and move the country forward. The country cannot move forward by wheelbarrows and mkokotenis. The country will be moving forward through proper constitutional framework. Through proper constitutional framework, which is already being enshrined in the BBI, we will have the legal guidelines that will guide that whoever becomes the president or the governor shall follow these constitutional guidelines, and we will work with them so that it will empower these people accordingly. You cannot, no matter how much you give wheelbarrows and cocotain to everybody in Kenya, you cannot move the GDP of that country by the wheelbarrows alone. We need a proper constitutional framework to move this country. That is why I reject it.
Okay, thank you, Honorable ADEDE, for that. Maybe anything you want to tell your people of Kaloleni, or anything you want to tell them.
Okay. Yeah. So to the people of Kaloleni, first of all, you must know that I love you so much. I love my constituents, which are the people of Kaloleni, Shaurimoyo ward. I have them at my heart because this is where I was born, this is where I grew up, this is the place currently I stay. So I understand their plight, I understand their challenges. And I believe that these people, they only lack one thing. They only lack visionary leadership, which I'm ready to offer. The visionary leadership I'm ready to offer will move this word forward and will put it in a proper map of Kenya. Remember when you walk in Kisumu, people only recognize places like Ondele, maybe Nyalenda. When you mention Kaloleni Shaurimoyo, it is rarely recognized because nothing substantial is being done there. So I want to start doing very substantial things on the ground here in Kaloleni Shaurimoyo ward. Already so far I've done some to mean that given more powers and opportunities I can do more. So that's why I'm asking the people of Kaloleni. Currently I know the person you have in your heart and mind is ADEDE Sheshe as MCA 2022. Just stick to that. Don't be distracted by other busybodies who have nothing to offer. Just stick with where you are, who is ADEDE Sheshe, and together we are going to move this country forward, this world forward. I have a very good framework, very good policy. I have the people, I have the support of all the leaders, and we believe that if we work together the way we have already started working, we are going to be a very great ward in Kisumu, and our name is going to be recognized in Kisumu County and in Kenya as a whole. So thank you so much for supporting me. Thank you so much for praying for me. We, as the people, we are going to be great. Thanks so much.
Maybe you tell them your big 5 agendas in Shaurimoyo ward.
Okay, thanks so much. Number one, I want to empower the youths. I have the youths at heart. I recognize that the youths are jobless so much. I want to empower the youth. I want to nurture talents. That is number 2. Already I'm doing that. I'm going to continue doing that. Number 3, I want to protect the traders. The traders are at risk. They need to be provided the conducive environment. I want to protect the traders. Number 4, I want to enhance security of this ward. I know there are a lot of dark corners in this ward and the robbers are taking advantage of that. I'm going to work on that thoroughly and accordingly. Finally, I'm going to empower groups. The youth groups, the women groups, the elderly groups. I'm going to empower them. They are going to have seed capital. Their projects are going to be enhanced, and we are going great. That is my big five agenda. Thanks so much.
Okay, the people of Kaloleni, Shaurimoyo Ward, you've heard that from your person of interest, that is Honorable ADEDE, and he is very sure that you are going to elect him because you've shown him some special interest, and that's the reason why you've chosen him. That was a very powerful interview with the Honorable ADEDE, and us as the GMTV 42, we wish you well, and we are very sure that we are going to conduct an interview with you again when you are in that seat of Shaurimoyo Ward.